Hi guys, today we're gonna do the review of SkyMax Star Paramotors. Basically, we have these motors in our team for 5 months now. We've done, each of us has done about 54 hours on these motors, so we are basically ready to tell you about it. So, first of all, why SkyMax? Yeah, it's a quite strong and light machines. They are made from aluminium and titanium, but the reason behind buying these particular machines is different. These machines are smart, so basically they have a crossbar weight shift system, which was introduced for the first time in paramotoring. This gives you an opportunity to adjust your paramotor to the wing and the weight. So basically this is eliminating any tendency of the wing to fly right, fly left, yeah, it goes straight when you're adjusting it, and that was the main reason for that. So the central part of the frame is done in the shape of the star. Yeah, basically this is the reason why it's called star. It is built from sandwich, yeah, of aluminium, and inside this is this crossbar system which I just told you about. So the rods are made of titanium, and the oval tube connecting all the rods is titanium as well. Why, by the way, why oval? Then the oval type of titanium tubes, they are just stronger. They are just stronger than the round shape. Yeah. Then about the harnesses. Yeah. One harness which is designed basically for this paramotor. The harness is I would say pretty similar to Sapphire paramotor ever, but this harness is lighter, yeah, because it has plastic, not the wooden thing inside. And another thing about this harness is that all the straps which are not used with S type of the horns, they are removed. The horns with this paramotor, they have quite a peculiar shape. Yeah. The reason for that, so you can see that one horn is almost straight. Another one is providing, you see, it's just moved the same hang point to the right. And the whole idea is to compensate the thrust generated by the engine by moving the thrust point, yeah, against the torque generated by the engine. So that's one thing. But another thing about the crossbar, which I told you about, which I mentioned before. Basically, with the crossbar, so you can move the whole thing. Yeah, that's the crossbar. Yeah, it has 4 screws. You can untighten them and move the whole thing to the left or to the right. So, for example, my wing actually has a tendency to fly right when the speed bar press starts. So this motor was not the exception from the rule. The wing was flying quite straight with the trimmers on or trimmers off, but when it came to when it was coming to speed bar, it was always flying right. So basically, what we've done, yeah, we moved the whole thing right, yeah, and straight away my wing started to fly straight, yeah. So that's basically the effect of how the crossbar system works. A part of the harness and the crossbar system, few minor tips which will be quite convenient for you guys traveling with a water motor in the boot. First of all, the bracket. Yeah. So the bracket is fixed by the pin, yeah, just like that. You remove the pin and you get the bracket down, yeah. Then when you need it, you get the bracket up and you put the pin back just like that. So it's quite easy, and it all makes the process of having the paramotor in your boot really complicated. So that's almost everything about the motor. The last thing to mention is that the fuel tanks. Yeah, the fuel tanks here, they are soft fuel tanks. Yeah, they have there are two types of fuel tanks. One tank is basically the standard 15 liters, but we have the fuel tank which is 18 liters. It's that's the version for cross-country flights. When I heard about that, I was quite skeptical about soft fuel tanks. But now, after 5 months, past, it's really a thing. Basically, because of it has no ventilation. When you fly, the fuel tank just shrinks around the central intake tube. Yeah. Then what's happening when you put it back to your boot? Yeah. The fuel tank inside has a space to expand, so there is no pressure from the fuel to the carburetor. The fuel is not leaking through the carburetor. Basically, there is no smell. I would say last 2 months, my motor spent just a couple of days not in the boot of my car, and again, there is no smell at all. No smell at all, and this is really comfortable. Really comfortable. One of the main engines which comes with this paramotor is Monster, but SkyMax can do anything, any engine you need. The new Atom, which is just released by the Borodin, they're already doing the central part of the same tailors for this motor, and every motor has a different compensation system. Yeah, so if the rotation is different, yeah, so the shape of different from Monster, the shape of the horns is going to be different as well. So thank you for watching.